right, back again. Today is Thursday, June 4th, 2020. And as odd as it sounds, this is probably my first motovlog of this year. But I don't think I have to tell anyone what's been happening in 2020. I'm going to pause here just so we can hear that sound of chainsaws. And we had a really bad storm last night. Or really yesterday. You can see we had a lot of downed trees and everything. As a matter of fact, our neighbor behind us had a tree fall on her house. And my wife does gardening for her. And she was there probably like a minute or two before the tree fell down. And she only really wasn't in that spot because, well, the storm was coming. And as she said, it sounded like a train just coming down on her. And she was running up the back steps of her house in tears. She was so afraid. She had never seen anything like that. At the time when she was coming in, a power line was down. Look at that tree. There were sparks going off in the one tree in the lane behind her house. Wind was ripping. I mean, she was literally crawling up her back stairs to get in, and I had to open up the door and pull her in. And she had on a mask, and I couldn't tell if she was laughing or crying. And she was crying. She was just so scared. I mean, and you can see up ahead, you know, this road is blocked off. The power line is down. There's a tree up ahead that's down as well. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I'll let these guys go before I turn. So I wanted to go out and just sort of document what's going on. This is crazy. I mean, just when you think the year can't get any stranger, surreal, or worse, and Mother Nature still comes around and says, don't forget me. So we can see over here in the park, we've got a lot of down trees, down branches, and up ahead, you can see that one tree. I'm just going to slow down. Look at that. Wow. And that was just pulled out of the ground, toppled over because of the wind. I like to think it was a tornado. I haven't heard any reports, but it was pretty bad. And, you know, this is Jersey. We get hurricanes generally at the shore, just over 100 miles away from where we are. But, you know, it resonates over. And, you know, Hurricane Sandy, or I should say Superstorm Sandy, did some serious damage to our town. Again, fallen trees, there's more toppled branches and everything. I'm going to go down the rest of the length of the road here. See if there's anything else going on. So yeah, here in New Jersey, we've been hit really hard by this pandemic. Fortunately, I think over 11,000 deaths. I couldn't tell you how many cases. Yeah, I can see more branches over there. It's pretty bad. You know, we're still sheltering in place. Essential businesses are the only ones that are open. There's another fallen tree. Wow, another one is just pulled out of the ground by the wind. Yeah, my wife isn't working. The place where she works, they had to shut down. They are not an essential business. They're going to try and maybe open back up later this month. But, you know, it's a day-by-day call with all the cases and everything. I think the curve is flattening a little bit, but, you know, I really don't know. I might be teaching an online class this summer, only for about 2 weeks. And I'm hoping the places where I normally teach in the fall are trying to get back open. But, you know, no one can really say. It's touch and go. So, yeah, it's just day by day. Normally this would be my summer break anyway, so there's really nothing different in terms of my schedule. I've got free time. Still trying to get caught up, you know, getting back to Motovlogs. I've got a lot of stuff in the vault. Trying to get back to it. Thank you. I'll take down the street and see if there's anything happening here. See some part of a yard that's been blocked off. What happened? Yeah, wow, look at that. Look at that, holy moly. Whew. Incredible. That is scary. Sorry. Exactly illegal. So yeah, like I said, I think this was something, if not tornado adjacent, whatever that would be. Severe thunderstorm, I guess. But, you know, I think it's mostly been trees coming down. I don't know if anyone's had any serious damages to houses other than maybe to the roof. Knock on wood, our place is fine. Our next door neighbor, because of, like I said, the power lines were out, they lost power for a little bit. Oddly enough, we did not. But, you know, the repair crews were out pretty quickly, and I think within a couple hours they got power back. But, yeah, this is just nuts. So, new things. I just ordered a couple days ago the GoPro Max, and there was an interesting trade-in deal where you can trade in any kind of a digital camera and you got $100 off, so I couldn't resist that. So I sent in my old TEC Bean camera, and I know I've had an unboxing episode with that and some color and camera tests, and it's a super cheap camera. You know, and I got all the fun accessories, waterproof case and stuff like that. But, you know, it just doesn't have stabilization. And my last couple of motovlogs, when I went to Pittsburgh and then, of course, to Nova Scotia, you know, a lot of the footage, especially when I'm on the freeway, I couldn't use because the camera would shake too much, especially if I put it here on my handlebars or on my windshield. And so, you know, it's no fun shooting all this footage and you can't use it. So the GoPro Max has got a lot of versatility to it. You know, special thanks to Hippo-Drones, who has done extensive research and reviews on a lot of the different 360-degree cameras. And, you know, watching that and his take on it, I really thought that the GoPro Max was the kind of camera I want to get. Ironically, my TEC Bean has gone down in price significantly. I think I got it for about $70 or something like that. You know, and it's supposed to be a 4K, and I'm using air quotes. But now it's only about 30 bucks. And but it also comes with a remote, like a watch remote. So you know what? Because I still have a lot of the accessories, the waterproof casing and all the other like mounting accessories and stuff. Maybe I'll get it. You know, Nothing like having a good cheap camera like that. And I've done things where I've jumped in the pool and underwater with it. And you know, the GoPro Max is supposed to be waterproof too, but I'm not going to go swimming with it or anything. You know, so if once the Max arrives, I'm going to have 3 360 cameras. I've got the Rylo, I've got an Insta360, like the cheap version one, and now the GoPro Max. And I think what I'm going to do is take my Insta one and use it on my drone. There's a down tree over there. Wow. You know, my drone is okay. It's a cheap drone. And I'm using it just to learn how to navigate and fly before I really invest in something bigger. And that'll see if I want to go and try and get my certification. But I would love to try and get some really good footage. And so, you know, my Insta360 has stabilization, so I can use that on my drone. And if it drops and falls, I'm not going to really cry over it because I bought it used. So yeah, that's kind of like my plan. You know, I could also use all 3 cameras, as crazy as that sounds, and come up with some interesting things. So this is our Towns Park here, and now I can see there's like a lot of trees that have fallen down as well. And that's why I kind of drove over here to get a sense of what's been happening. And wow, yeah. Mother Nature. And we're still angry. So, you know, trying to think of what I can do. It looks like, you know, I want to say that things are getting better. That, you know, the so-called curve is flattening. There's another, wow, big tree. Holy moly. I want to be optimistic. You know, you're hearing states opening up, I think too early. And I think that's going to cause a second wave. And I don't know what that'll mean for things come, at least for me, in the fall. Like I said, it's a day-by-day kind of thing. This guy is going to turn. Yep. So it's hard to plan ahead. I did want to drive back to Canada this year to go to the film festival I attend in Ottawa. Last time I went to do it, it rained so much, and I ended up taking the car. Still kind of documented it. But you know, doing a motovlog while you're in your car isn't as fun. So that's a possibility, but you know, if things aren't getting better, they may not even have the film festival because, you know, what, I crossed the Canadian border and I'm supposed to be quarantined for 2 weeks, and the festival's only a week, so what's the point of that? I'm not going to go early. I can't afford to sit in a hotel for 2 weeks. So they might call it off, or if things get better, they might do it. Again, I'll just have to wait and see, but that's kind of like a big plan that I was thinking of. You know, I'm considering maybe, you know, maybe another kind of interesting trip. If I can't go to Canada, where can I go? We shall see. Anyway, that satisfies my curiosity, and things are as bad as I thought they were, but I hope things get better. So anyway, everyone, stay safe, stay well. We'll get through this. And thanks for watching. Until next time, see ya.